Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're going to be giving Bufferzone the real test now, which is against the malware that it's supposed to be preventing, and we're going to see if it does it successfully. First, we're going to take a quick look at our processes here. We're going to open up our task manager, and if we look here, Bufferzone is using it's like over 40 megabytes. But it doesn't feel slow, just like A squared can use, in the older versions it used 100 megabytes, and it didn't feel slow. But this is a resource hog to a certain degree for what it does, and in that sense it's much heavier than Sandboxy. It's a heavier duty application also. So I'm going to load up my links here, and if we go and open up Internet Explorer, we have that great buffering red border around it, and we'll start punching these links in here. This one's a rogue, and if we run this, we'll notice that it does run just like it should, but it has the red border also, and we notice that this is showing us that lots of stuff is being created within the buffer zone. So if we open up Bufferzone, we'll notice that we have some stuff inside here, and if anything, yeah, more stuff's loading in. So, man, this one's really making a mess of the system. I'm glad I ran this in the Bufferzone. I'll just go in here and hit empty Bufferzone, delete everything, and gee, nothing. This thing right here is like, click on it, it just has a glitch where it's not getting rid of the desktop icons, and it's apparently not really there. Yeah, there we go, it's gone now. It was just taking a while, it was kind of lagging in the removal process. So if we open up Internet Explorer again, we're just going to punch the rest of this stuff in. We're going to see what happens. We're going to... Bufferzone, by the way, also protects against buffer overflow protection. And also stuff within the buffer zone cannot see stuff outside the buffer zone, so you are much more secure in that sense also. Got some dud stuff here. Alright, that's good. We got some more malware inside our buffer. Skip that. That's not worth it. So by the end here, if we look inside our buffer zone, we're going to be seeing a lot of files that are going to be running. So I'm basically, this is what I'm doing is as if I'm going through the internet, downloading cracks and keygens and funky codecs and junk, nasty junk. So at the end here, I'm going to be glad I ran all this stuff in the buffer zone, because I won't be infected once I clean the buffer zone. And in essence, I can do whatever I want to my computer, no matter how gruesome it is. And at the end of the day, I'll just wipe the buffer zone and I'm safe. I mean, how much better than that does it get? I'm going pretty fast on these links here, because it's not like an antivirus program or anything where it's trying to block them. It's just telling you it's loading them into the memory, and it's optimizing the malware for its first run in the buffer zone, which I'll assume be killing it. So, if we open this up, we've noticed that we have a bunch of files. They're all malicious, running in the buffer zone. One thing I can do if I have several that I want to keep running, but let's say I want to kill out. I can forbid it from running again, or I can terminate out. Yes, I want to terminate out. And let's say we go and take a look at our virtual environment here. We go to cdisk, we go to virtual, untrusted, C, documents and settings. Got some weird cookies that have been added. Go to Windows, we'll notice that System32 is going to, yep, it has some malicious stuff in it. And And if we look here, repository, some stuff's been created, some stuff's been edited, some not so good stuff that I'd usually stay away from. So that's all good fun. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hit edit, empty buffer zone. I'm gonna delete everything. Crushed. If we take a look at our task manager here, we'll notice that there's nothing running that was malicious. And if we go to my computer and take the local disk, virtual, trusted C, documents, owner, cookies, nothing left, and that's not a malicious file. So that's pretty good. Just because we probably all want to see if everything was safely inside the buffer zone, I'm going to give Malwarebytes a run here. And I'm going to show you something about Malwarebytes too, for installers. Gosh, I got the keyboard at an odd angle. I can't type right. So we go to malwarebytes.org. I got the wrong address. And download this. Wait, cancel that. We don't want to do that. That's a big mistake. You gotta save things when you're doing them from the buffer zone. Because, yeah, let's just say it's a better idea. Alright, so what we see here is mbam setup, which is inside the buffer zone, right? If I run this, it's going to be inside the buffer zone. I'm not going to run it. And also, buffer zone files have a .virtual at the end. So, what you want to do is either open it outside buffer zone, or I'm just going to move it outside buffer zone. One other thing you can do is files that you don't have in the buffer zone, you can go here and you can make them confidential so you can't see them from programs within the buffer zone. The other thing you can do on all files is forbidden, so nobody can touch them. So we're going to install Malwarebytes here. And we're going to give it a quick scan. A quick full scan. Because we don't want to miss anything, do we? And Malwarebytes loads up here. It's not going to be in the buffer zone. And I don't know what I did, but I think I might have accidentally downloaded an old version from what I saw. So it might have to update. Okay, maybe not. So what we see here is Malwarebytes. I'm going to pause the video, run a full scan. I'll be right back when this is done. And as I expected, nothing was found. Which is fine. So one other thing I'd like to say is that this product has its downfalls. It is a little bit heavy, we saw that. We didn't see any effect on the system performance, but it's kind of buggy. On Vista systems, I believe it's buggier, as I cannot download anything on my laptop. In most browsers, it just doesn't seem to work. And there are bugs relating to downloading things, as sometimes it just won't let you. Which is fine for me, because I don't download things all that often, so it doesn't really bother me, but it can bother some. And that led me to contact their customer support, because I was interested. And they have really great customer support. They get back to you quickly. It's kind of a small team at Bufferzone, which kind of reminded me a little of Defense Wall. And they got back to you quickly, and you know, they were helpful with what they could do within their realm. But it's not like their realm was all that great, considering they have to fix the bug. But they sound willing to, you know, move forward and make their product better. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.